Hey guys, so do have some little problem. I apparently uploaded my live stream to my old account, Gecko 707. Yeah, so if you guys go there, you can watch the first half hour of this, and I'm gonna go ahead and do another live stream just because I feel like I really bailed on you guys. You're the ones that have been waiting for this, not the old channel. Those people don't even watch that stuff anymore. Wow, you're really bad at shedding your fingertips, aren't you? So, pretty much what I talked about in the other video is how I'm going to be at Vegas. And I hope to see you guys there. I want to thank you guys for getting me over 1,000 subscribers. It's really cool to have that. And I know that I said I was going to do the paid videos for paying subscribers, but I mean, this I don't even think I did a video in July, and it's already the end of August, or the middle of August. So I think June was my last like really hard-on video. So yeah, I'm probably not gonna do a giveaway today just because I'm trying to get through cleaning all these tubs, and I'll probably do another half-hour video just so you guys can see, you know, see how it goes. This female, Supergiant Tremper Patty, or TPA as Ron likes to call his project, what this is Moose, right? Supergiant from Ron Tremper. All the way back in the day when Murphy Patternless first came out, Ron got some that were pure, and he went ahead and crossed Moose to them and kept it in a closed breeding pool for almost a decade. So, pretty cool project. What that means is that there's no diluting or stuff like that. I have crossed it into a couple of things, and here is my original female, who is pretty freaking thin from breeding. Let's see if she'll eat a super worm. You want that? No. She's just done breeding, done laying eggs. This is one of the downsides of breeding, is how wrecked they can get looking. That's just the way it goes. But you just do your best to keep them fat and healthy and see how far you get, how many years you can get through breeding. It is stressful for the breeder and the animal, with all the drama and everything out in the community. I mean, Leopard Gecko community is probably the most dramatic and competitive of any kind of hobby I've ever been involved in. I'm gonna go ahead and soak her lay box down. Every once in a while, I will give the lay box a good soaking. I don't like to soak it every single time because they get respiratory infections and all kinds of stuff like that. And you don't want to leave the lay box dry because they do need to shed and take care of all that fun stuff. So, it is a science to keeping animals alive. And about 90% of people that get into breeding, 90% of the people that get into breeding, just they don't have what it takes. And that's why established breeders are so weary of, you know, talking with people and all that kind of stuff. because it's a revolving hobby, unfortunately. Let me go grab somebody else. I'll be right back. So I probably will be taking some of the supergiant tremper patties to the show, and some of this girl's daughters. This is a pure fasciolatus. She's getting a little bit thin from breeding. I'm hoping that when I go digging around in this lay box, there's no eggs, because I'm done with the whole egg thing for the year. So I hope that most of the females are. I mean, it's August now. I know I started a little late. And she's got nothing, so good. So that means it's time to pump her up with food again and get her ready for winter. That's just a revolving thing of a female leopard gecko's life is, you know, get out of brumation or whatever. If you lower your temps a little bit, or if they go off feeding, they kind of trigger their own brumation. A lot of people will freak out. They'll be like, oh, my rack's at 94, but she went off feeding. And I mean, that's just a thing that they're going to do. They have to either have the environment put their body through a cycle, or they'll force themselves to go through a cycle. It's just a natural thing with pretty much all women. I mean, when you get down to the science of it, I mean, essentially, even humans, you know, they start releasing eggs and all that stuff. So luckily humans aren't like leopard geckos and pumping out like 20 kids a year, you know. That would be ridiculous. Probably be in a much worse economic situation than we are. So wow, see, yeah, on the other channel, like I was saying, I did my first stream, 30 minutes, uploaded it, and then when it was processing, I saw that it was on like my super old channel. It's Thor Gecko 707, all one word, with the 3 numbers at the end, of course. It pissed me off so bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and do another 30-minute video on this channel, the real channel, the best channel that I have, and see what's up. So let me go get somebody else again. Who do we have wants to come and play? Okay, here we go. Nice little lavender girl. So, how's your guys' seasons going? Anybody hatching out anything cool? If you are, go ahead and tag me in a video. Come on, girl. What are you doing? And let me know what's up. Maybe we'll do our videos or our giveaways that way. That might be cool. If you do like, hey, this is my gecko, and tell me why you want to win a gecko and what kind you want. Like, that would be really cool. That way I could just, like, instead of, oh, this is the gecko I'm giving away, I could actually be like, hey, this is the gecko that you wanted, you know? Or at least the project that you wanted. Subscribers only, of course. And then we'll try to get that out to you at, you know, sometime, probably the end of September or the very beginning of September, because I'm doing the Vegas show, so I'd like to get as many animals out of here as possible, because pet sitters are not cheap. So yeah, if you guys make a video of your animals and your setup, and, you know, tag me in it, give me a shout out, and tell me what kind of what kind of animal you want to add to your collection. And that is the sound of the laundry done. When I'm cleaning, I like to open up the door and turn the fan on because it gets so hot in here. And it's nice to air out. I don't know if you guys have like some ventilation systems, but I used to put a fan in the window when they were up in the office and just, you know, air out when I cleaned. And that worked out really well. Right now I've got a fan in the door and blowing some cool air on me, and that's working out pretty good. So this is Lavender. She's pretty bold. Not so much a bold stripe. She's got a nice little reverse stripe on her. Starting to yellow up, but she's got that lavender color in the middle still. So, come on, girl. They want to look at somebody else. So what do we got for you guys? So here's a nice one that I haven't showed in a long time. This is a special project. This is the Caramel. She is really cool. 3 years old. 3 years old and 3 weeks. Haven't gotten any babies out of her yet, but there is hope. Someday. I've got Brian from Geckos working on this project with me. So, hopefully it turns out. She was breeding this year. I didn't get any hatchlings again, which, you know, kind of sucks, but that's the way it goes sometimes, especially with new things that are not super compatible. I mean, the Blazing Bells and even the White Knights. I mean, I was in the White Knight project and I didn't get anything. No White Knights. Just didn't want to line up. I think Florida Gecko has my White Knight stuff now. And he's got a lot of my Super Giant, Super Snow Double Blanco project. I'm wondering how that turned out for him. I should probably go check on Facebook or something. It's hard because we don't have gecko forms anymore. Once Kelly sold that, it kind of just went downhill. I mean, Thad was doing a good job with it, but people started editing stuff. You know, you notice that there's a lot of threads missing, stuff like that, and I mean the Leopard Gecko wiki kind of took a hit too. People started editing that and like messing with, you know, important things like the Black Pearl. Someone got on there and edited it and said it was a scam and all this stuff and just like crazy stuff, and said that the Black Velvet was the true melanistic, and just like ridiculous oodles and noodles. So yeah, this is like one of my favorite geckos. She's just so great. Come on, girl. Let me see what else I've got for you guys. We're getting close to the end. Here's another great gecko. And here's another gecko that doesn't really produce. It seems like all the new and anomaly stuff just doesn't do a lot. This is the cross-eyed sunglow. Look at that tail. Holy crap. That tail's almost as white as she is. Looks like she's doing the egg thing, so I might get some eggs out of her yet. She isn't eating, so she's probably getting ready to lay more eggs. All of her worms have dried up. So that's just the way it goes. Yeah. She, the technical term is strabismus. It means cross-eyed. And I did get a lot of... She's pretty old. I don't have her hatch date on this tub, but it's in my book someplace. She's about 3 or 4 years old. I got her from Brian at Zoo Guy Geckos for a song and a dance, which was pretty cool. Brian's one of my good friends. We're always working on projects together. I did get a lot of crap for her because I wanted to see if cross-eyed was genetic. And, you know, of course everybody's going to say, why would you do that? Just like they did with the curly tail. And, you know, everybody hates something until they have it in their collection. And that's just the fact of leopard geckos. Like, could you imagine if people that were into muscle cars were like that? Like, oh, I hate Corvettes until they get one, and then it's Mustangs, and then you got this guy that's got like 40 cars in his yard, and, you know, and he hates Bentleys or BMWs or something. I mean, imagine if any other hobby in the world was like leopard geckos. It would be insane. You would have all of these hoarders with just boxes and boxes of, like, I don't know, Pokemon cards or some crap. People collecting. I mean, it's cool, but you gotta be able to appreciate other people's work. And that's why it's always important to have friends working on other projects. I mean, Brian's doing just amazing stuff with his emerine line that he's like jokingly dubbed Emer Green, because they're, I mean, literally a lot greener than emerines, and just the colors coming out of that project is insane. So, you know, she's super cool. Now you can get a good shot of her eyes. There you go. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Okay, girl. I'll stop harassing you. So you see how her pupils just pulled to the middle. Insane. What else do I got? Here is actually a little male Evergreen Hetfer Raptor. He's an outcross. He's now done with breeding completely and getting ready for his pump up time before the show. Unfortunately, he is going to be for sale at the show. So, really nice stripe and light green and brown colors, and he used to be a lot more colorful before breeding, which is true with any tangerine or emergreen, anything with hypo, stuff like that. Once you breed them for a few years, you start to realize that the colors are not forever. I mean, they're like, it's like a hot chick. Like, she's gonna be ugly at some point, you know. Not to be rude or anything, but looks don't last. So, I like to try to breed geckos for personality, because, I mean, that is something that will last, and you can breed for personality. And I think that's a reason why a lot of the Dabble Blancos, you know, Blizzard has a reputation for being horrible monsters, and same with a lot of lines of Murphy patternless. Because trying to get the pattern and the color. A lot of people don't breed for health or behavior. Health is a big thing. I don't agree with a lot of breeding projects out there because of the health of the animals. I mean, buggy eyes, or, you know, breeding animals that have like that, it's almost like they've got bird mouth, you know, that like bent over stuff. Come on, buddy. There you go. So here's another huge animal that's going to be at the Vegas show. This is a marble eye Heifer Tremper. Got some really nice purple colors on the back. Look at the colors. I mean, that is like insane. Really nice animal. But, you know, just gonna cut back on a lot of the marble eye stuff just for a while. I've got plenty of other marble eyes and things like that. And this guy's got a lot of pigment. Marble eyes are odd because they will actually change the amount of pigment. And you can see there he's got pretty good marbling to the eyes. Sometime I should do a video on how marble eye got started. A lot of you would probably be surprised. Not exactly what is recorded now. The story's it's changed a little bit since Alberto started hatching them out and selling them as red-eyed sunglows, actually. I don't know if you guys know Alberto from A&M Gecko. It's Alberto and Marla, or Maria. I forget what his wife's name was, or is. But yeah, that's one of those stories. I bet you didn't know it was Alberto and Marla, or whatever. Yeah. But he's pretty cool. Yeah, the red-eyed sunglows, RES is what they were. That thread used to be on Gecko forums, talking about the red-eyed sunglows, but it has since been deleted. So the A&M Geckos post is gone, which, you know, is back to the whole things are changing, stories are changing, which is unfortunate. I mean, why do we have to change the story? Why can't we just keep with the original one, just because somebody new wants to, you know, take credit for something? That's just the way it goes. So, here is another. This female is totally wrecked from the breeding season. This is my pure Turkmenicus female. She's super thin from breeding. No viable eggs this year. All of her eggs were in the female incubator, which had the black Geo-type incubation suspension systems. Which, of course, if you guys watched my other videos on that, all of those, the eggs dried out. And I did it the way everybody else has been doing it. There were a bunch of holes in the deli cup. And they said that it was fine. So, it wasn't. Whoop-de-doo. I mean, it wouldn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that, you know, if it's pre-punched deli cups, then it wasn't going to work. But of course I listened to people that I shouldn't have. So that's the way it goes. We will try again next year for more Turkmenicus, and just keep a small collection of those, just because they're their own species of leopard gecko, just like the hard wiki. The Turkmenicus is its own species. It's not a subspecies. And I'm just sticking by that till some scientist says different. I'm not going to listen to what breeders say, because I don't care about opinion and what a breeder thinks about morphology and, you know, oh, they read enough things and talked to people, but they don't say what they read or who they talked to. So that's just the way it goes with the leopard gecko community. And that's a big reason why I haven't posted a lot. Like, it'd just be crazy. So, it's a really long tail. I mean, Turkmenicus get huge. But I'm going to put her away and go grab somebody else. We're getting pretty close to the end here. I guess we'll show a fascio female. I think I showed that female in this video. This is another fascio that I've got. She's a little thin from breeding, and her hips are still big, so I'm guessing she's going to be laying some more, so she might not actually even make it to Vegas. But that might just be the way the cookie crumbles. Yeah, no eggs yet. So she is from Pat Klein, Luxurious Leopards. She's 4 years old this December. And that's another breeder that it's very unfortunate they got out of geckos. Pat Klein was, you know, good friend of mine. He doesn't talk to me so much now that he's just doing the dart frog thing. Even though, I mean, I thought we were good friends. But it seems like that's the way the community went after 2014. 2015, people started getting out or changing what animals they were breeding. 2016, everybody kind of just like, screw you to everybody. 2017, that's where we're at now, where, I mean, there's just like, there's new breeders every couple of months, and they've only been breeding for a couple of months, and then they get out again. So, I mean, it seems like it's revolving so fast now that they actually buy breeders, buy breeding leopard geckos, and then sell everything at wholesale because they just get out that fast. It's crazy. But I guess that's just the way it goes. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm going to take my gloves off. I'm switching over to another rack. And I will see you all later. Like, favorite, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And don't forget to tag me in a video and let me know what kind of geckos you have, what your setup is, what projects you're working on. Give me a shout out, link it to me. It might go to my spam folder, but I'll go ahead and approve the link into the comments down below this video. And don't forget, the giveaway is for people that are subscribers. So hit me up, guys. Thanks for watching.